What is up, everybody? How is everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. And before we jump into today's video, for those of you out there who celebrate, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. For those of you who don't, that's okay. I hope you guys have a great day. And honestly, to each and every one of you, hope everyone out there is having a great, safe holidays as we approach the end of 2024. So recently, in a patron video, opening Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which is what we're gonna open today, I had one of the biggest hits I've ever had. In fact, it might be the biggest hit I've ever had for patron, which was a Neon Ink Red Cavern of Souls. And so naturally, I want to go back to the well. This one is going to be for me. You should always chase your wins, right? Like true gambler's mentality. No, that aside, I'm not expecting to hit anything crazy. That's just having that as an expectation just doesn't do you any favors. But I really like LCI as a set. I enjoy opening. I didn't get to open enough of it for myself when it was like out and about. So we're going to go back to it today. I really think that the Lost Caverns Ixalan boxes, collector boxes, I've said this before, I think they're one of the better, more well-engineered collector products we've ever had. There's really no dead slots. You have a nice little box topper that has, could bring some value. There's good commander slots. The base set is good. And then the Jurassic Park thing was really, really cool and really hit on a lot of levels as well. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in. Let's crack some packs. I'm not going to do pricing today. I'm just going to be lazy. This is just going to be for the opening experience. If we hit anything crazy, like, I'll try to call out the prices, but I'm not going to actually track product value and things like that. We're not going to do a full breakdown like we kind of normally do. All right. Caverns, LCI. Where is our box topper? Mostly uncommons, like 60-70% uncommons. There's a few good mythics and rares in there as well. Why don't we go ahead and just knock this out first? You guys can watch me struggle to open this single card pack and try not to bend the darn thing. Yeah. There we go. Colossus Hammer. Hey, okay. It is an uncommon, but at least Hammer's not bad, right? That's, I know Hammer Time's not a tier 1 modern deck anymore, but Colossus Hammer and that treatment is still pretty sweet and probably worth a few bucks as well. That's very cool. All right. So what am I personally hoping to hit? I would not mind a Cavern of Souls, not necessarily like a Neon Ink or whatever, but like I actually need more caverns for some commander decks. So wouldn't mind hitting that. Bloodletter Backlazats, obviously. We're going real pie in this guy. We're getting real greedy. Let's go for Jurassic Park emblems. Have you seen the price on those? Hello. All right, here we go. Pack 1. So we start off with our couple of uncommons. We're going to have the Showcase, and then we're going to have our first rare is Subterranean Schooner. Not a sailboat. Oh my gosh, double Schooner. All right. Actually, Schooner was seeing play for a while. It's not anymore in Standard, but we have a mythic here. Hey, there's a commander slot mythic that is an Eye of O'Hare Talk. 3 mana rock. Add 1 mana of any color. Craft with 2 that share a card type 6. That is interesting. I don't even know if I've seen this card before. Okay, a little mythic off the commander list. And then we have a Breaches. So that is Pack Foil Schooner, Extender Schooner, Showcase Breaches. Into our first Jurassic Park card is Permission Denied. Counter target non-creature spell. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. They really did well with the Jurassic Park cards, like making them on theme, but also relevant and really having some really good commander implications. And then we conclude with a Palani's Hatcher as I think it's a borderless, counts as a borderless foil. So there we go for pack 1. There's also Expeditions, huh? Or not Expeditions, what do I call them? Not Expeditions. Special Guests. Yeah, Ixalan Special Guests. So like not a dead commander slot. There's some good value and some really good playables in the commander slot. We talked about the box top already. Obviously you have your Neon Inks and whether it was Mana Crypt or Cavern of Souls. And then your Jurassic Park emblem cards. They did a good job of creating value without necessarily having to throw serial numbered cards in this set. All right, Scytheclaw Raptor. There is our borderless uncommon. First mythic is Sovereign of Okinek Ow. I probably butchered that, but that's okay. It is a cat noble and a pretty good one, right? 4 for a 3/4 ward 2, and then whenever it attacks, each creature you control with power greater than its base power, put the difference of number 1/1 counters on that creature equal the difference. That's pretty good. It's really a snowball effect. Not only going to be one of the more valuable rares, but it's pretty good nonetheless. All right, extended art, Dire Flail. From the Rubble as the commander card in this pack. Create some room here. Next mythic up is O'Hare Pakpatik. The one you really want is O'Hare Talk, which is, excuse me, the white one. But I do like this card. I really like this card. Is usable with things like Adventure, and you can play both sides of it. Like you can just play it for the big side of it if you want. All right, so there's another mythic. We have another god, one of our gods. Next Jurassic Park card this time is a little swamp action. And then we have just hitting the multiples right behind each other. So we have an O'Hare Pakpatik, this time in the Showcase foil version. Little map token after that. Okay. All right. Mythic heavy, but haven't hit like the mythics you want to see. Which, that does happen. Oh, dinosaur token. That's cool. Okay. So we have our land, and then we're going to get our uncommon here next. It is this time an Earthshaker Dreadmaw. Rare is Sanguine Evangelist. Not a big value target, but I do enjoy the card, and I think the card is pretty good. Does see some standard play. I'll put it up top at least as a playable. And then Queen's Bay Paladin. As our extended art rare. Into the Stormfleet Negotiator is the commander slot card. Molten Collapse, neat. So borderless Molten Collapse. Card that I actually thought would see like a ton of play and then just didn't quite pan out. That does happen, but I still like the card. Dino DNA. Ooh, this card is great. Another Jurassic Park card, non-foil, Dino DNA. If you are unfamiliar with this card, it is downright awesome. Really, really enjoy it. Obviously, creature-centric, but being able to essentially recreate a creature that you exile and bring it into play as a 6/6 dinosaur with trample, pretty good. Pretty good. And we conclude with a Bedrock Tortoise in the extended art foil. We have not hit in that last slot yet. I guess we hit the Pakpatik. Okay. Next pack up. I feel like the Jurassic Park cards are kind of where the action's been at so far. Okay. So we have our land. Next up, we will have our uncommon foil of some sort. This time a Showcase. Zoyawa Labatung. All right, rare. Oh, let's go. There we go. That's what we want to see. Beautiful. That is a pack foil Roaming Throne, and that is one of the best hits in the set. I think Roaming Throne for the base copy, I might be off on this, but I think it's still in the neighborhood of $30. That is really, really sweet. Pack foil Roaming Throne doesn't get a whole lot better than that. That is awesome. Woo! Roaming Throne, let's go. Poetic Ingenuity next. Extended art. Into... Oh, the Smiling Flood. That's right. So another Commander Mythic. Sure. It's probably... I'm not too familiar with the LCI Commander decks. I'm not sure if this is one of the front-facing Commanders. Wouldn't surprise me. But there we go. We got the Smiling Flood. Mythic behind that is a Micro Tyrant. I have opened up so many Micro Tyrants. A lot. I did ask, like, if in my last video, if anybody's built the deck around, and somebody told me that I think it was either them or one of their friends built the deck around this card, and it snowballed and killed the table, which I love to hear. All right, we have a Jurassic Park foil Plains, kind of cool, and we conclude with there we go, borderless foil Get Lost, one of the primo removal spells. I'll show you the back of the Jurassic Park cards. The lands in Jurassic Park do have some value, usually in like the $3 to $4 range, maybe a little bit more for foil. The Force, I think, is like $6 for a regular and like $9 for the foil. But enough of that. There is Get Lost And I think the borderless foils, I think the borderless copy is like $7, maybe 8. The borderless foil might be like $1 or 2 more. That is actually a pretty good hit though. Pretty good hit indeed. Borderless foil get lost. Cool. All right, moving right along. Where we have not hit is the mythics, but a lot of other good stuff in there. Happy with the Jurassic Park cards so far, thus far. That does count as one of the foils. We hit the plains. You'd like to see your foil Jurassic Park cards be one of the actual cards and not one of the lands. But Roaming Throne, pretty great, and Get Lost, no slouch either. Okay, next pack, 5th pack. All right, Akawale, yep. Rare is the Ever-Flowing Well as the pack foil rare. Into Growing Rights of Ixalan. This card is not yet quite recovered. Prior to the reprint, I think these were, what, 20, 25 bucks? It's still a card that I will continue to hold on to because it's just really good. And you can see that it does its thing, and then when it flips over into what is effectively Gaia's Cradle. So super good in creature-heavy decks. I will still put that up there as a card I like. I guess it's like the $4 to $5 range. Ooh, that is a really off-center Contest of Claws. Extended Art Foil Contest of Claws. Really, really off-center. Hey, Tishana. This card has come way down. Tishana's Tidebinder was seeing a ton of play when this set first came out, and they were like 15 bucks. I don't think that they're more than a couple bucks at this point, but a borderless Tidebinder is something, a card I really, really like still. So I am cool with that as a hit. Next up, we have Command Tower from Jurassic Park. It's technically not a non-basic land, so I will put it up top with the rest. And then we have Breaches as the Showcase Foil, which is a bit of a swing and miss as far as that last slot is concerned. All right, last pack of the first half of the box. Oh, Charter Course. I forgot Charter Course was in this set. Okay. Belligerent Yearling. First foil rare mythic is a rare. It is Corpses of the Lost. Pack foil Corpses of the Lost. Deep Fathom Echo in the extended art. Wrathful Raptors. I think this might be worth a few bucks as the commander card. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. It wasn't extended art foil Contest of Claws. That was commander card. Foil, nonetheless. Wrathful Raptors. Into Throne of the Grim Captain. Kind of a wild card. Next up, hey, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Blue, the Loyal Raptor in the non-foil, but another Jurassic Park hit. Happy to see that. And we conclude with a Terror Tide extended art foil. A board wipe you don't see played all that often. All right, we're into the second half of the box. We are at 6 mythics. Roaming Throne is easily our best hit so far, but we've got a few other nice hits in there as well. Okay. First pack of the second half of the box. Here we go. Uchbenbach, of a great mistake in the foil showcase uncommon. Rare is another Get Lost. Nice. We like that. Again, I think the regular Get Lost is almost $8. So, foil is no real multiplier anymore, but it's probably still in the neighborhood of right around $8. So that is great as far as value is concerned. Playability, great. Abuelo's Awakening as the extended art card. Into Gem Cutter Buccaneer as the commander slot. Extended art Restless Anchorage. Manlands do see play. This Anchorage does see play in blue-white control decks, or what do they have, like 4-color control now? Land for our Jurassic Park slot is an island. And we conclude with a Braided Net as the extended art foil. If you're really, really fringy, Net does see some play in like the synthesizer decks, simulacrum synthesizer decks. Outside of that, not a whole lot of play. Okay. Hey, Bitter Triumph. Bitter Triumphes, plenty of play. All right. Thrashing Brontodon is the borderless foil. Rare is a Restless Vents. Yep, pack foil, one of the man lands. I don't think Vents sees much play. Another Braided Nets, this time in the extended art. Myth. It's a non-foil Eye of Ohertok. Man, duplication kind of, if we're going to get duplication, can we get another Roaming Throne while we're at it? Another Eye of Ohertok. Polani's Hatcher, sure, that's the non-foil this time version. Hey, Cresting Mosasaurs. I actually don't think I've really pulled many of these. And again, I'm happy with another non-land card. That's kind of cool. All right. Jurassic Park slot at least delivering the non-lands, which is great. And then Stalactite Stalker. I can't remember. This used to have a little bit of value. I'll put it up top still. It might still be the case, but I don't quite remember if it's worth anything anymore. Okay. Mythics. 4 packs left. Would like to see some mythics that, let's say, matter. Okay. Captain Storm. First rare mythic is a rare. It is a Molten Collapse in the pack foil version this time. Bedrock Tortoise again. We are seeing plenty of duplication in this box. All right. Extended art, this time the non-foil. Scion of Calamity in the commander slot. Echoing Deeps. Echoing Deeps, that's the other card I thought was going to see a ton of play from this set and didn't quite make it out. I still like the card. I'm going to put it up top, but I don't believe it's carrying a lot of value at this point. Hey, it's a Jurassic Park Forest. As I mentioned, the Forest appears to be the most popular and does have some value. I think their base copy is like $6 or so. The foil copy is like $9. So that's a thing. And we have Fabrication Foundry in the back as the extended art foil. There's the back of our forest. It's got some raptors running around doing sneaky raptor things. But there's the Fabrication Foundry extended art foil. Okay, 3 packs left. Whoa, pack just parted right open. But I didn't get the seam, which I don't particularly care for. There we go. Okay. Swamp. It's Quineth, firstborn of Gishath. 3-fold Thunder Buddy, 3-fold Thunder Hulk in the pack foil. A lot of that going on in this box. Sure, this time the extended art 3-fold Thunder Hulk. Order of the Sacred Dusk. 8-drop vampire, but it's got Convoke. It's 5/5, flying lifelink, exalted haste, and other vampires you control have exalted. Not bad, although giving all of your vampires exalted is kind of weird. Hey, there's another mythic. It's Oher-Kaslam, Deepest Growth. Again, not one of the big value targets, but I think this card is actually pretty good as far as creatures are concerned. I like it. I'll put it up on the left side. Again, I don't think it's a big value target, but another mythic nonetheless. Another Plains, Jurassic Park Plains, sure. What do we got going on back here? Hey, neat. Carney T, we have a foil special guest Carnage Tyrant. That's super sweet. And I love me some Carnage Tyrant, so that's actually really, really cool. Very, very nice. Special guest foil Carnage Tyrant. Cool. I like that hit. Okay, 2 packs left. See, I remember Ixalan, the special guest, being fairly consistent, about 1 per box. Sometimes if in the collector boxes, if you pulled an uncommon, you might pull a second, like a rare mythic as well. So sometimes you would get 2. But I remember them being pretty frequent. Now, in like more recent sets, it's like 1 special guest in every 2 or 3 boxes, which is weird. All right. Unstable Glyph Bridge as a pack foil. Kutzel's Flanker as the extended art. The Grim Captain's Locker as the commander slot. We have not really hit anything in the commander slot. I know we had a couple of those mythics, but there's a couple of really good hits in this set. We haven't seen either of them, or any of them. All right, Malcolm. The Scoundrel. Hey, sweet. Foil Dino DNA. Nice. I was like, hey, foil finally back there? Foil and it's not a land? That's great. All right, foil Dino DNA. Very, very nice. And you can see, like, we've hit a bunch of the non-land cards, which is great, because sometimes in these boxes you end up with, like, 5 or 6 lands. But we've hit a fair amount, and then it's nice to hit a foil card that matters out of that as well. And then we conclude with a Starving Revenant in the borderless foil. Love the art on this card. The card doesn't really see much play, but as far as art is concerned, that is really wild looking and beautiful in the foiling. All right, last pack. I'm happy with that foil Dino DNA. That's kind of cool. All right, last pack. Here we go. All right, there's our uncommon, our foil uncommon. Rare is Echoing Deeps for the second at least time, maybe the third. Pack foil Echoing Deeps. Extended art, Sentinel of the Nameless City. Pretty good card. 3 for 3/4, and then when it enters or attacks, make a map, and it's got vigilance. Tetsun, Gnome Champion as the commander card. So we did not really hit a lot of goodies out of that commander slot as far as, like, we had some playables, but not value-wise. Mythic is, hey, Skullspore Nexus. Neat. There is another quality Mythic. Again, it's not like a big... no one's going to confuse it for the Great Henge, but this card also really does some stuff, right? Where you can get it at a discount, and then whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur created creature token with base power and toughness equal to the total power of those creatures, and then you can just pay 2 and tap to double target creature's power into a turn. This is a very good artifact. Land for our last Jurassic Park hit, and conclude with a Abuelo Ancestral Echo in the showcase foil. All right, so let's call it what it is. Like, this was not like a home run box. It's really, really hard, but, like, you know, if you're not hitting, I mean, you don't have to necessarily hit like a Mana Crypt or a Neon 8 Cavern or something along those lines. But, you know, would have been really cool. Like, we hit a couple of the gods, kind of hitting the wrong god. Bloodletter of Aclazotz would have been really cool. I said regular Cavern would have been nice. I really do like that we hit a bunch of the playables in the Jurassic Park slot. The best hit in the box was definitely the Pack Foil Roaming Throne. Again, I think that's still in the neighborhood of $25 to $30. Got some other good playables in here with the double Get Lost, the Tidebinder, and, you know, some other playables in here as well. Again, LCI as I set, I think is really, really strong. It doesn't surprise me that the boxes blew up the way they did in terms of value and price. So I'm glad I got a chance to revisit and reopen. No, I did not hit a $500 Cavern in this one, but that's okay too. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody. Be well, and again, Merry Christmas, everybody.